Good morning, Selena. Buck Grizzly McCoy here on 145.7 megahertz. Moonlight Frontier, broadcasting live from the heart of the moon.
And Lunar Breeze here, bringing you peace, harmony, and a little bit of wild moon energy to start your day right.
Whether you're hauling ore, trading goods, or watching for pirates, we'll keep you up to date with the latest buzz and spinning some good old frontier country tunes.
Stay safe, stay strong, and keep those radios tuned to 145.7 megahertz. Your lifeline on Selenia.
All right, it's time we got off this planet and we got ourselves up in space. Just a reminder, we started out within some sort of accident that destroyed the ship. We left all the rest of the crew in orbit in the wreck, and as people have pointed out, life support critical, but the cryopods are stable. So we're heading up into space, and let's just go over what we're leaving behind and what we've been doing. We got a complete inventory. We've got things planned out. We're heavy. We are very heavy. We've got the medical room, enough stuff for us to lay down some protection area for the radiation, some LCD panels for instructions, our power supply setup, production, and some food production and O2 production. We're going to be on the moon. Got no atmosphere. We've been living large down here with the atmosphere on the planet. And all of these items, food, credit, tools, medical kits, power kits, radiation kits, we got them. We just got to run around the base, gather them up, and get them on board the Falcon. The Falcon itself is ready to go. You know, she's good to go. She's prepared. We just gotta hit the thrusters, and off we go to Selenia. All right, let's see what else is going on. What do we have? Yes, we do not know where the ship is. Yeah, the ship we came in here from. We apparently left it in orbit and went down in the crash escape pod. And we don't know where it is. We got to find it. So on the other side of the base, because you see how dark it is here in the valley. Same with the farm that we moved onto a cliff to the west. Over here to the east, we set up this antenna array. This thing has been scanning for signals and recording them if it finds any. And for days now, it's been over here trying to find any indication that the ship is somewhere to find. We set up a couple program blocks, got everything set up to listen for signals, and if the antenna finds one in range, it'll let us know. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. This is a nice little antenna stop. Some member of the crew could be up here for days just listening for signals. Let's see what we got. I don't want to claim to be an expert in reading this, but that looks like we haven't found anything. So here's the plan. We get up into orbit. We could float around in space around the planet here, which we called Hastia. And Hastia base, down below us there. But we're still going to need food. We're still going to need oxygen. We cannot grow food on the ship. So we're going to have to set up some kind of something, which means a space station. Why don't we go find one and go work out of that? There's lots of options here. But we got to figure out what's the best one to do. And the decision, I asked this last episode, and the overwhelming feedback from everybody was, we're going to the moon, which we're calling Selenia. So we're on our way to Selenia because, first off, there'll be trade stations there. We can run contracts. We can start buying, trading, selling to get things that we can't grow easily. Yeah, this is something that I forgot. These, near planet, low gravity asteroids. The radar, the ore detector gave us no signals on any of these. It looks like we're about to hit them. We're that close. And on at least 3 times, we fell back into the gravity well. We had to sort of curve, down to the Yeah, this has taken so long. We wound up having to take several hunger breaks. People talk about going into orbit, but the reality is to go from Astia to orbit and then over to Selenia and land. This was hours of time. And for some reason, this is the first time I thought to go get an oxygen. Like, why did I not have that in my suit? And yeah, some of these are just so close. It's like, we could reach out and touch them, but we don't need to. Oh, by the way, look at that hydrogen gauge. So we set up the event controller to pulse the end. Look how close we are to this thing. Not a single beep. The stupid ore detector up on the roof. Not a single beep. Let me back up. Yeah, the ore detector beeping thing. Oh, by the way, our Steve, Spaceburger Steve, look at the supply of food he set up for everybody. I mean, this guy over there at his farm, look at that. Talk about freaking hustling. I mean, he has set us up with a huge stash of food here. This scenery is just beautiful. It is so distracting when you're up here flying around, to see the scenery like this. And it's a beautiful game. There's just so much to see, so much to do up here. But we came from the escape pod when we took it. Back in episode. I would like to offer an apology to everyone who is watching at this point. I got bored. I got bored to tears. The 4 cryotubes. Everybody else went into a cryotube and left, and left me to pilot the ship. Getting out of the surface was fun, but then I started doing.
A few moments later,
I really thought it would burn up some time, and it didn't. It just took seconds away from this trip, and this trip takes hours. To go from the surface to orbit, and then Earth, the orbit area, to the moon and land. It didn't get better. And then I started messing around with stuff. And yeah, we heard nothing on the radio. So yeah, then I went back to doing the emoji nonsense. And then I started dancing. And then I burned a lot of time doing this. I've edited it down. You're getting the highlights or the lowlights, however you want to call this. But man, it did not burn up any time.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, it did not. As we got closer to Selenia, though, one thing changed, incredible change. We started getting signals just all over the place. All sorts of quality levels, friendly, foe, pirates, everything. The signal density just went nonstop, and it got louder as we got closer. All right, buckle up. We are on final approach. We made a turn to get ourselves up here to the current day side. We are looking for a big plane for a great landing area. Hold on tight, because here we go. Welcome to Selenia.
Good morning, Selena. Buck Grizzly McCoy here on 145.7 megahertz. Moonlight Frontier, broadcasting live from the heart of the moon.
And Luna Breeze here, bringing you peace, harmony, and a little bit of wild moon energy to start your day right.
Whether you're hauling ore, trading goods, or watching for pirates, we'll keep you up to date with the latest buzz and spinning some good old frontier country tunes.
Stay safe, stay strong, and keep those radios tuned to 145.7 megahertz. Your lifeline on Selena.